Hi, remember me? I feel like I haven't been in a video in so long. We never, welcome to another episode, first of all. But, so we've just been patiently waiting. Some of us have been impatiently waiting. I'll speak for myself. And for the cap to come in. So we just can't wait to get back on the road and venture more in the truck. But first we have to do the build, so that's going to be something that we get to show you. But, yeah, so hopefully not much longer.
Yeah, hopefully not.
We did get notified today, right? That
Yeah, so next Friday, so that's over a week away, so a week and a day away, is when it gets installed. So in a week's time, I'll be leaving for that. So we're chomping at the bit. We're still doing what we can, but yeah.
Our deadline was Halloween, and then it was Thanksgiving, and now now we're like at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So we'll make up for it. We'll have lots of great sceneries once we get going.
Absolutely. So yeah, but welcome to another episode.
Josh wants my opinion on the winch.
Let's have a look at it again, and so Kelly can give you what she thinks about it. Because I've already the other day, well, actually just a week or so ago, in an episode, I told you about the winch myself, but I'm going to let Kelly give you her ideas on it. So there's our winch.
Here I am. So I was shocked how much it sticks out. And of course I'm like, what is this? Does that have to stay there? Because, you know, I've had to adjust to giving up aesthetics for functionality. And it's been a process. I'm a work in progress. But I saw another truck with a winch and it had this on there. Because I was like, is it really necessary? I mean, I cannot believe how big it is, but I'm excited that it's going to be robust and we're going to be able to go places and have this as a backup. But, you know, when something's new and you get used to it and you're like, I don't know, it's so now I got to get all used to it. And the same thing's going to happen when the cap gets on the truck. I'm going to be like, what do I do now? Or just to get used to that. So, but I trust Josh's judgment and the robustness of it, and that's what we need. But I won't call it an eyesore, but I might. I'm not sure.
You still got to get used to it.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so do I. Like, it does stick out here, just a reminder. So there's the front bumper. And, like, we're talking probably, you know, good 6-8 inches. It sticks out the front. So, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, that's I guess, the nature of it. We could have gotten something much smaller, less robust, that would fit into the bumper itself, but we need, you know, the form's got to follow the function. So we're worried about the form, and
That's what he keeps telling me.
right. But it's going to be a good one, and it will get us, hopefully, out of any sticky situations that we get ourselves into. So, yeah, we like it. Well, good morning. Kelly is working. I am at Home Depot just trying to get some supplies. I heard from Space Cap today, and they're going to be able to do our install next week, they said, which means I need to get as much, I guess, available and ready as I can just to save me some trips in the future. So I'm getting some plumbing supplies and also some 2x4s, because a lot of the framework of what I'm going to do is going to be 2x4s. I need it to be strong, I need it to be robust, and I think that's going to work best for us. But also, I'm going to be using it to create pressure when I'm gluing. So, for instance, the floor is going to be a sheet of 4x8 by 1 inch XPS insulation, and that's going to need to be pressured to the floor with pressure. And I don't have a lot of weight to put on it. Like, I don't have cinder blocks and that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2x4s propped against the roof to create the downward pressure to make sure that seals well. So I got to get 2x4s today, which then I'll repurpose to actually use in the building of the structure as well. So that today. Also, there's a lot of I guess plumbing supplies I can get beforehand. I'm going to get the PEX. I'm going to get all the joinings as well, which I normally do in brass. As opposed to plastic, just so that they withstand all the vibrations so much better and we don't have any leaks then. So I'm going to do that. and probably as well, if I can, get the hose, the breather hose. I showed you, I think it was last week, the tank. I've been working on the water tank, and I put the fittings on it, and those fittings can go either with PEX, or in this case, I'm hoping to get a little bit of vinyl tubing to put over it, because it's not going to actually have any water in it per se, unless it's just a little bit of overflow. Nothing whatsoever under pressure. It's just a breather hose to allow the air to escape or go into the tank as the water level goes up or down, so that the tank doesn't kind of implode on itself. So I might get that today as well, and that works with either kind of fitting, but I have a PEX fitting on there at the moment, so it should be able to go just on there just fine. So that's kind of what I'm getting today. Another reason why I'm getting it today is because once the cap's on there, I'm going to be able to hold less things in there, whereas in the back of the bed now there's nothing there, so I can just throw a bunch of the 2x4s and stuff in there. So that's kind of the idea of what I'm thinking. So that's what we're working on. So I'm going to go in and get that stuff, and then we're going to get out of here. Okay, so one of the things that I'm doing while I'm waiting again for our space cap to come in is I have our new Starlink antenna, and I've actually got a case it's made by Veritas Vans to put it in, because this case is supposed to be, well, virtually indestructible. So I thought it's such an important part of what we have and what we do, what we rely on, that I want it to be quite secure. So I'm going to put that together now and let you see what that looks like, because I don't even know what it looks like, so that we can have that ready. So again, as soon as the cap is here, we can just start putting things on. So let's have a look and see what it looks like. So I know these are the magnetic feet that go with it, so I'm going to stick them to the side for the moment. Instructions, which I have kind of handy. And then this is the case. Looks like we're going to have to disassemble it in order to reassemble it. That's my guess. Alright, let's disassemble and see how it goes. So this goes with it. Let's get it where you can see. So I have to take these off of here. Hi, Carol. Hi. You gonna help Daddy? You gonna be a supervisor? Can't do it without Sophia. Well, that's disassembled now, and then that's some pretty, I guess, hefty hardware to go with it. So that's good. It's a good sign that, yeah, these are. What are they, M6 bolts, so 6mm stainless steel bolts. They're good. That's going to really hold it together fine. And this is pretty solid stuff. Like, yeah, I can see why in the ads, like, they drive over this thing when it's assembled. Like, it's that strong. I can see that now. All right, let me get the actual Starlink Mini out. We'll put it in here and put it back together. This is the actual antenna. That fits in there quite nicely. Very, very nicely. Yeah, no troubles there. It's a perfect fit. So now it's just a matter of reassembling. minus the bugs, though. We don't need the bugs in there. This is some very high quality stuff. You can just tell by the feel of it. It's not it's not cheap. It's got substance to it. It doesn't feel like it's just going to crack in the either in the sun or with impact. And actually, it feels very, very solid, which is exactly what we want. We want something that is completely solid, and this definitely feels that way. All right, let's have a look at what it looks like, because half the bolts are in place. So you can see it's not very thick. It's very, very streamlined, and I can't begin to describe for you how absolutely solid this feels. Like, this feels solid than most cars that I know. So yeah, this is a nice piece of equipment, and yeah, I think we're gonna have good success with this for sure. So let me assemble it the rest of the way. Just gonna tighten these all up. I don't know exactly how much torque. I don't want to over torque, but I want to have them on there firmly. So, stay here, girl. Soph is Soph. Always protecting, always on the lookout. Okay, so that's on. Super solid, super firm. This, we don't need bugs in here. This is, I think, a bracket to stand it up, which we don't need at the moment, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Put that back in here with everything else. Looks like it's another bracket to hold it, which we don't need. Power we will, and the cord obviously we will too, but for this part of it we don't. That's only going to be necessary when we do the final install. Okay, so it is on. Now the last thing we have to do, second to last thing we have to do, is we have to install these feet. So these feet are magnetic, and that's what we're going to use. They just screw right in. So that's what we're going to use to actually mount this to the roof. Well, partially mount it to the roof. So here's the thing. These feet require metal, well, steel to be specific, because they are magnetic. They require steel in order to attach. But here's the problem. It's twofold. First of all, the truck Ford a couple of years ago went to an aluminum body. So the truck is aluminum. I don't even think this is going to stick. I don't even think the roof is steel. I think that might be aluminum as well, which means that these aren't going to stick to it. But I wasn't planning on putting it on the roof of the truck anyway, so that's not that big of a deal. I'm going to be putting them on the roof, on the actual top of the cap. But the cap is fiberglass. So therein is a problem. But Veritas Vans has already thought of that. And what they've got here are little metal discs, steel discs, that go on each of these. They're cut out perfectly to fit the bottom of that. And on this side, they already have VHB tape. So you literally pull this off, boom, it'll stick the whole thing down solidly to the fiberglass, so we won't have to worry about it going anywhere.
These magnets are actually quite strong, so I don't think we're going to have any trouble with that. So I'm going to slip these on there, and we'll have a look at them as a final product. All right, so they come pre-done already. Got the, I don't know if you can see that or not in this light, but they got the Veritas Van symbol in there. But they come pre-done, so it's just a matter. Get there. They attach quite strongly. The hardest part is going to be making sure that they are centered. So I better get a better angle to make sure they're centered. Because yeah, once they're on there, they are going to be significantly on there. Okay. Yeah, they're going well. I guess it is simply a matter of magnetism. Okay, they're on there. I can barely move them to slide them around, to adjust them. So that's how strong they are. So they are going to work very, very well for us to be able to now attach this to the roof of the space cap with magnets, but without requiring any of the metal, because the metal's already on there. So yeah, another step closer to being ready for when the cap comes in. So we've come to the end of another week, and again,
A boring week.
we're chomping at the bit, just waiting. You know what I mean? And we're doing what we
Did we
can.
mention that before?
We're doing a couple of things here and there, but for the most part, we just are waiting, gathering supplies.
Shipwrecked.
So yeah, it's a bit like that. But thanks for waiting around with us and seeing how we are
We're gonna make
certainly
it
anticipating
We'll make it
getting
up
back
to
out
you.
there again. But you know, just takes a little bit of time. But yeah, thanks for sticking with us, and thanks for watching the video. And at this point, we may even skip next week because we'll be off getting the cap. So I might just skip next week, and so the next video might come out in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, again, thanks for watching and
you.
for subscribing, for those of you who are subscribed. And until then, we'll see you out there.
See you out there.